Guys, I'm here in Mallard Landing. This is in Okeechobee. It's in the north part of Okeechobee. We're literally a half a mile from the HCA Rollerson Hospital, 5 minutes from Walgreens CVS in downtown. I'll show it to you right here on the map. Today I'm going to give you a tour of 3 model homes here in Holiday Builders for an unbelievable price. We're talking tens of thousands, if not over hundreds of thousands of dollars less for homes here. Brand new concrete block CBS style homes, luxury LVP flooring, carpeted flooring, shingle roofs, brand new AC, new roofs, new driveway, 2-car garage. There's models in here with 3-bed, 2-bath, 4-bed, 2-bath, all 2-car garage. And it's Mallard Landing, guys. This is a brand new development with a zero HOA. You own the land, you don't pay any association fees, no HOA, no dues, nothing like that. There's low property taxes here, very low home insurance as well. For hurricane insurance, the pricing is ridiculous. The homes are phenomenal. Make sure, guys, very important, if you're interested in one of these homes, call me direct. Do not walk into the builder's office. They're great people, but listen, they represent the builder. They sell the inventory, and they want to sell this inventory ASAP. If you contact me, I can represent you. We can help negotiate. We can make sure the terms, the conditions, the completion date all go according to schedule, and that you have all of your financing in order. If you're looking to finance these homes, we can make sure that you get all those proper incentives, okay? Do not call the builder direct. They represent the builder and their inventory. You need representation if you're thinking about buying a new construction home. So let's take a tour right now. You're gonna see each model. I've saw 3 different models: the Palmetto model, the Queen model, and the Fishtail model. They're all phenomenal homes. One of them is fully furnished. get to the Walgreens, CVS, and the hospital. Okay, guys? So I'm going to give you a driver's view, and I'm going to show you where we are right here on the map. We're at Mallard Landing in Okeechobee, South Florida. Only an hour from Port St. Lucie, an hour and 20 minutes to West Palm Beach, 2.5 hours to Miami-Dade County. You can get to the beaches, you can get to Orlando in the north in less than 2 hours as well. This is a great new development here in Okeechobee, Florida. Let's check it out. So guys, we're taking a drive right now. You can see all these brand new concrete block construction homes here in Okeechobee. We're in the northern part of Okeechobee. I'll show it to you again real quick here on the map. Now these homes in Mallard Landing in the north part of Okeechobee were minutes from the main hospital, minutes from Walgreens, CVS, Publix, Home Depot, Tractor Supply. Okeechobee is a thriving little town located dead center right north of Lake Okeechobee. Check it out here, right here on the map where Okeechobee is, and I'll show you right where Mallard Landing is. Mallard Landing is just north of the downtown, guys, and you can see these concrete block homes that are popping up over here. There's going to be over 100 homes in here, brand new. They've already sold a couple dozen. They're 3-bed, 2-bath, 4-bed, 2-bath, all with 2-car garage, guys. And this land backs up to a dairy farm in the back over here. So that's right, Mallard Landing. We're going to drive out of the development right now, and I'm just going to kind of show you how quick it is to get to everything. But all the homes are being built in the back over there. If you can see in the camera, all the way in the back over there. This was the model home right here. This was the queen home. This was a 4-bed, 2-bath, 2-car garage. It's fully furnished inside. I'll show you some shots of that home right here. We did a walkthrough with the buyer's rep. And now, I'm at the entrance of Mallard Landing right here. To get out of Mallard Landing, guys, we're just going to drive right through here. Okay, and we're going to be out on Parrott Avenue, guys. Parrott Avenue is the main road that goes all the way through the center of town and to the southernmost point down to Lake Okeechobee, and to the northern point up towards the Yeehaw Junction and the Florida Turnpike. So this is the main road right here, guys. We're giving you a driving tour from Mallard Landing of Okeechobee. So I just made a right out of the entrance to Mallard Landing, and I'm heading southbound towards the center of town where the main intersection is. And the main intersection has CVS, Walgreens, Wawa gas station. There's a Dunkin' Donuts up there. So this is a nice, small, quiet community, but it's got enough here that you have everything you need in Okeechobee. And we're driving by, there's car repair, oil change, dentist, doctor's offices, eyeglass center right here, vision center right here for your eyes. Okay, and the main hospital is HCA Rollerson. And it was just literally right at the main entrance as we left Mallard Landing. So you're a minute from the hospital. And now we're getting into the downtown center here, and there's stores on both sides of me. There's restaurants out here. There's the Bank of America's here. And now we're coming into the main intersection. On my left over here, you're going to see CVS. Okay, we got CVS right there. There's a Dunkin' Donuts behind it. And then over here, we've got Walgreens. Walgreens is right over there. Walgreens. Now, guys, we're at the center of town. We're at Park and Parrott Avenue right here. This is the main center of town. That's the Chamber of Commerce over there. This is the main center of Okeechobee right here. I'll show it to you on the map. but you got the Walgreens over there, Wawa gas station. Over there's the Vietnam War Memorial. And this is the main intersection, so if I were to head this way, I'd be heading east, and I get out to West Palm Beach or Port St. Lucie. And if I were to head this way, I'd be going west, which is a main artery for all the tractor trailers, and I get out towards Sarasota, and I could get up to Tampa, St. Pete, and that area by Bradenton. And if I were to go backwards behind me right here, if I were to go the north, I'd get right up to Orlando, or I could go north and divvy out over towards Tampa, or I could go the opposite way towards the east and get out towards like Daytona, Melbourne. You know, the coastal cities, Palm Bay, Vero Beach. So again, you know, east, Port St. Lucie, West Palm Beach. To the south, I get down to Miami, Fort Lauderdale. If I keep going straight, which I'm going to do here, I get, this road eventually ends, Parrot, and I get to Lake Okeechobee, and there's a main fishing pier down there, and there's a huge marina down here. So this is just to show you guys, that took us a total of 5 minutes. 5 minutes in total to drive out of Mallard Landing, and we're right in the center of town. And across the way over there, guys, you're gonna see it, I'm gonna drive through here. Across the way, there's a pizza shop, there's Domino's, there's Joey's Pizza, there's an ice cream place right here on the side. This is Park Street right there, that's Park Street. There's an ice cream shop, a pizza shop, a pawn shop, hippie store. We got pawn shop over here on the side. We've got motels, Best Western, Budget Inn over here. O'Reilly Auto Parts right there. We've got golf cart distributor. We got Metro PCS over here. T-Mobile for your phone. There's an Arby's right there. We got Rocket gas station. And if we keep going down this way, we've got Chinese restaurant, more gas stations, churches, like religious churches, Baptist church, Catholic church. Golden Corral right here, guys. Golden Corral over there. Insurance companies, jewelers, credit unions. So this is Parrot. When you guys hear, oh, I'm driving down Parrot, this is Parrot. That's what they call it. I just call it Parrot Street, Parrot Road. If you're not from here, everybody just goes, where do I meet? Oh, I'm heading on Parrot. When you get to the top of the intersection, you're on Park. So we've got a Dairy Queen right here, but this is a nice, I mean, right now it's rush hour technically, right? 5:30. That was the most traffic that you're gonna see in Okeechobee when I was pulling out of Mallard Landing. Absolutely no traffic compared to if you're from up north, like New York, Boston, Chicago, you get it. Any major US city, it's bumper to bumper. We got an AutoZone right there, guys. Driving by AutoZone. Another eyeglasses shop, vision, optometrist. An insurance company over here called Pritchard's. They do home insurance. And again, we're just taking a cruise down Parrot. We're heading southbound. I'll show you where I'm at on the map. We're heading southbound, going towards Lake Okeechobee right now. All right, I'm gonna get caught at this intersection right here, but it's good. I wanna show you right here. Right there, there's the intersection to Walmart. We got Little Caesars Pizza. There's a sporting goods store over there. There's Murphy's gas station over there. This is the main intersection where Walmart is. If you keep going into Walmart, Home Depot's right behind it over here. And we got another credit union over there. And I'm just sitting at the light at Walmart right now, guys. All right, guys, green light, let's go. We're heading southbound on Parrot. And I just passed the Walmart on my left. I'll show you real quick in the corner here where I am in the map, southbound on Parrot. We've got a car wash. There is a Starbucks, guys. Starbucks coffee's going up over here. So we'll have a brand new Starbucks coffee shop right here, guys. I'll show you. across from the Home Depot and the Dunkin' Donuts. Right there, Home Depot. Boom. Future site for Starbucks right there, guys. Starbucks coffee's going right there. We got Pizza Hut here. Now we get into all the food over here, guys. I just passed Home Depot. Down here, we're getting to Publix. The big supermarkets in Okeechobee, in Florida, is Publix. They got a great deli. You can pick up some sandwiches. They got meats. There's an Aldi here, too, if you want more of a budget shopping. But we got a car dealership right here as we're heading southbound on Parrot. Okay, we got Ford dealership right here. You can pick up an F-150 and drive through these Okeechobee streets and go out into the mud and into the swampland if you want. Ride your airboat. Now, this is the North Lake Village shopping plaza here, okay, guys? Over here, we've got Publix, Dollar Tree, Tractor Supply, Marshall's, Harbor Freight, Kentucky Fried Chicken. Directly across from the Publix, on this side, we have Bell's and Winn-Dixie. Okay, but I'll just show you over here. This is a huge shopping plaza. There's Dollar General, there's Publix. Like I said, Marshall's. Publix got a deli. There's a UPS store there. If you need to ship something overnight, you can ship it out of Okeechobee. You can receive something overnight to Okeechobee. So you are not in the middle of nowhere. Look at this massive Chevy dealership over here. Tons of pickup trucks. That's what a lot of people drive in Okeechobee. We've got a Tires Plus right here if you want to get your tires changed. So again, guys, this was a total of, I want to say, 10 to 15 minutes from Mallard Landing. Best Western right here. Best Western Hotel. It's a full service hotel. McDonald's. There's some high-end RV resorts in here. Mobile home parks. There's over 150 mobile home and RV parks in Okeechobee. So guys, it's a big snowbird vacation spot as well. But now they're doing massive building out here, guys. And I'll tell you, the price points that I'm going to show you guys are insane. I mean, I'm talking some of these homes are $100,000 to $150,000 less than homes just 45 minutes east in Port St. Lucie. So Port Okeechobee, if you're looking to maybe retire, have a second home, or if you work from home, or if you want to work somewhere like in Port St. Lucie or West Palm Beach, you might consider Okeechobee if you want to save hundreds of thousands of dollars. So guys, here's the end of Parrot, like I promised. Okay? I'm coming to the end of Parrot. If I would have had left, I'd go directly to West Palm Beach. If I would have had left at this fork, but I'm going to head right towards my neck of the woods. If I head right here, I can get to the Seminole Casino, and I can get to Lakeport and Moorhaven. And the first town here is Buckhead Ridge, but let me show you right here. Guys, that entrance right there takes you right to the Okeechobee Fishing Pier. Okay, that's the fishing pier in Okeechobee. Heading this way, guys, I'm going to go to Buckhead Ridge, which is the first town. There's a huge Hasidic Jewish development out here called Lakefront Estates. That's going to be massive 3-bedroom, 4-bedroom, 5, 6-bedroom homes. But I'm heading out to Buckhead Ridge. I'm going to get to the office and I'm going to show you the rest of this video about Mallard Landing. Welcome back, guys. We're here in my office and I'm going to give you a little overview of where Mallard Landing was located. Another general tour of Okeechobee through my map right here, as you see on the screen. And we're going to get into the prices of the 3 homes that we saw in Mallard Landing in Okeechobee. So guys, where am I right now? Let me just see. We're looking right here at dead center of Okeechobee, okay? You can see the center of town. I came out of Mallard Landing, I made a right, and I was heading down Parrot. But let me give you a little perspective, zooming out all the way to the Florida map. So there's Mallard Landing, okay? It's in Okeechobee. Okeechobee's the town at the northern tip of Lake Okeechobee, this big lake right here, Lake Okeechobee. All on the east coast here, guys. 40 minutes to Fort Pierce and Port St. Lucie. About an hour to get down here, down this Beeline Highway to West Palm Beach Gardens, and Jupiter. If we keep going south, we get to Boynton, Boca, Pompano, Lauderdale, Hollywood, and Miami. And if you want to go all the way down, you get down to the Keys right here, okay? So it's very centrally located, very convenient. And you're still living in South Florida, guys, with that warm all year round weather, okay? If I was to head out to the west, This way, I could easily get over here through Lehigh Acres and Fort Myers, and I can even head down south to Naples. And like I showed you when I was at that intersection, guys, I was right here at that intersection. This is this main artery, this main road that goes through. This is the 70. If you head west, you can get all the way out over here, guys, out towards Sarasota. You come right into Sarasota and Bradenton, and you head up north, you get to Tampa, okay? So this is a main road. You see truck drivers going through there, people that are traveling across Florida for work and vacation come through Okeechobee many times, and they don't even realize it, guys. If you've ever driven through Florida and you see, you're mid-Florida and you see a big tank and a helicopter, that is the Vietnam War Memorial in downtown Okeechobee. So let's zoom in right here. Here's the center of town. The drive-by video, we left Mallard Landing. I came out on this main highway, which we all call Parrot if you're local down here in Okeechobee. The HCA Florida Rollison Hospital is right there. As you can see, I can see Mallard Landing and I see the hospital. 4-minute drive, guys. I headed southbound down Parrot, this main road, and at that intersection where you had Walgreens CVS, I was right here in the center of town. This over here is where the Vietnam Veterans Park is. This is Park Street, where you have Joey's Pizza, Boost Mobile, there's Jersey Mike Subs, there's an ice cream shop. So this is a quaint little downtown that you could park and walk, and there's events going on here on the weekend like vendor fairs, and they have some parades and whatnot sometimes during the year. As I headed down Parrot, guys, I kept going down here, and I was passing the Walmart. That's the next intersection I stopped. I was at this intersection. This takes me to Walmart, and right behind Walmart, Home Depot. Okay, and then if you keep going southbound as I headed out, there's some hotels like a Holiday Inn Express, a Best Western, there's a Starbucks going in right over here. And as we kept heading southbound, this is where we stopped at Publix Supermarket at North Lake Village. In there you've got UPS store, obviously Publix, big supermarket chain in Florida. You've got a Mexican restaurant, Nails, Harbor Freight, Tractor Supply, there's a KFC out here, and directly across the street you have Winn-Dixie and Bell's for clothing as well. Huge Chevrolet dealer. And as we kept going southbound down here, guys, there's a lot of mobile home and RV parks in these areas as well. This is where I hit that fork in the road. If you were to head east and make a left there, you could go all the way through Taylor Creek and head all along Lake Okeechobee right here and get back down to West Palm Beach through this Beeline Highway right here. Or you can go directly into the southern part of Port St. Lucie right here. But I headed west. I went down towards Buckhead Ridge, here in my office now. And guys, something amazing down here. Their investors came out from Brooklyn. I believe it's a Hasidic Jewish group, but they just bought a massive plot of land here, and they're building hundreds of homes that are 4, 5, 6, and 7 bedroom, okay? So overall, Okeechobee's developing. It's in South Florida still. We got warm weather all year round, and you can easily access all of the major South Florida cities on the west coast or on the east coast of South Florida very easily, and there's multiple options to drive. Now, guys, let's get into the important part. How much were these home prices? Really important, guys. Something I gotta mention though. Make sure you call us directly and you get independent representation. If you're thinking about buying a new construction home from a builder, we can guide you through the whole process. We can make sure that you're getting all the proper incentives. Yeah, there's major incentives to be had, especially depending on when you buy these homes. You can get thousands of dollars off on closing costs. You can lock in a low interest rate. You can get money knocked off the price of the home too. It costs you nothing for us to represent you. The builder takes care of us in their marketing budget, but you want to have someone represent you, because if you go directly to the builder, they represent the new home builds and they want to sell you their inventory fast. We're going to guide you carefully, slowly, with due diligence, okay? So check it out, guys. The homes that we saw, the first home we saw the Fishtail, okay? That was a 3-bed, 2-bath. And you can see over here, it's in the left-hand side right here. 3-bed, 2-bath, 2-car garage, over 1,525 square feet. Look at the price right here, guys. $291,000 starting price, okay? The next home we saw was the Queen. That was the one that was fully furnished, model home. 4-bed, 2-bath, 2-car garage, 1,800 square feet. Starting price $304,000, guys. These are some of the lowest prices. If you're comparing these home prices to, let's say, Port St. Lucie and St. Lucie County, Palm Beach County, West Palm Beach, Broward County, Fort Lauderdale, and Miami-Dade County, Miami, these prices knock those counties out of the water, guys. We're talking tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars less. Concrete block structure homes, shingle roof, wall-to-wall carpeting, many of the homes, luxury vinyl flooring, stainless steel appliances, okay? And guys, the other home we saw was the Palmetto. It's similar to the Fishtail. Again, here's the Fishtail right here, 3-bed, 2-bath, 2-car garage, 1525 square feet, starting price $295,000, guys. So again, compared to South Florida, other cities, in Okeechobee, you still have time to get an amazing concrete block structure home for tens, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars less. They're building over 105 homes in that community of Mallard Landing. Now, I talked to the builder rep. They think they're going to have everything sold out within a year. So guys, real important, if you're interested about learning more about living in Okeechobee, you want a free, no obligation consultation, hit me up. My information's below, my number and my email, or you can text me. And guys, if you want to see another video about Okeechobee, just look up here in one of these corners. I have a completely different video about living in Okeechobee and different neighborhood tours, okay? So thank you so much. Let me know in the comments below what you thought about these homes. If you think that, you know, the price, how do you think the designs are? Love to hear from you. And please, guys, if you don't mind giving us a like real quick, costs you nothing, and it helps us greatly. This is Living in Okeechobee, guys. Thank you so much. We'll see you soon, and thanks for watching. Take care.